Hello everyone, my name is Caleb Whitehead. Well, you may know me as C-Chizzle, and today I have a guest, Steven.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble 2025 today, and join us. This is Chizzle's Championship Podcast.
Baby, one day we'll be okay, but I know that.
Alright.
So, the Royal Rumble. We got a lot of thoughts.
Heartbroken.
A lot of
Very, very.
Just right off the
heartbroken.
top, we're going to say we're not happy with Jey Uso winning the men's match. It's not.
No.
It's not.
But he is very over though.
He's
with
over,
the fans,
but
by
so
by
is
miles.
so is Enzo Amore. Did we put him in the Royal Rumble winner? No.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, okay, I guess we'll just start with our thoughts on Jey Uso, because
Well, he wasn't even in my radar to win because he literally just lost to Gunther
he
the prior week.
was like in my radar for last place. Like you had, okay, there's CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn's up there before Jey Uso, Seth Rollins. These are, like,
Shit,
I thought even The Rock. I thought The Rock had a better chance of winning.
Logan Paul, like honestly.
Honestly, I was thinking, I was expecting it to come down to John Cena and Logan Paul. Oh my God, I don't know. Because, okay, you're wasting a WrestleMania, a potential great WrestleMania match. Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Gunther versus CM Punk. Gunther, anybody, man. But we're getting a rematch between They've had 4 matches already, and they all were kind of trash.
And Jay has lost all 4 of them. So I guess what they're going with is 5th time the charm.
I don't care. I don't want it. You're throwing away so many great matches. Gunther, if you can get a bad match out of Gunther, you're bad. Like, I don't know. There's so many better wrestlers. It just doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. I had more articulate thoughts as I was watching, but once I'm like actually talking about it, it all just goes down the drain because I just can't fucking believe it. I can't believe they made Jey Uso win, bro.
Yeah, we were all in shock.
We was. I was on the floor.
He like dislocated. Because of Jey Uso. So if you're hearing this, Jay, no yeet. No yeet.
I dislocate. This is the reason this is a week later than we're releasing this, probably a long time after the Rumble, and it's because I did the split.
He's been on injury reserve, so we have not been able to film nothing.
Yeah,
But it's because of you, Jay.
It's because of Jey Uso.
We're not
I
eating.
dislocated my knee. No yeet.
No yeet.
I can't
Honestly,
believe it, bro.
that's crazy. It's still crazy to think about.
It is. The fact that Jey Uso is his legacy will be solidified as a Royal Rumble winner. It's ridiculous. Jimmy, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Jimmy is a better wrestler than Jey. He's not as over.
That's a little hot.
That's a hot take. But Jay's not doing the the whisper in the wind, you know?
Yeah.
Jey ain't doing all that. He's doing super kicks and Samoan drops. And sometimes a little uppercut.
There are rumors that Jimmy Uso could be getting a mid-card title real soon.
Yeah, but did he get a Royal Rumble win? Is he ever going to?
I doubt it.
Oh my God, I can't even. It's CM Punk was in the match. John Cena, Roman Reigns, and
Drew McIntyre.
And the fact that the final 3 came down to Jey Uso, Logan Paul, and John Cena. And I know that everyone was like, everyone had their thoughts that John Cena was gonna, not win this because he's gonna have his moment at the Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. He's, last time doing all this, but it's like once it came down to John Cena and Jey Uso, I was like, oh, okay, this is a nice little push for Jey. Well, obviously, John, this is the moment where it's like John's gonna win, and they're just gonna pull the trigger.
Yeah. No. But you have to admit, this year's Rumble was probably the least predictable one.
Absolutely, a very unexpected winner.
Like I'm
not a good winner at
Jay.
all.
I didn't want Jay to win whatsoever, but we're with the fans.
It is a terrible
crazy.
booking decision. That's That's what it is. Because no matter who would have won, it could any other option would have been better. It would have been a great Royal Rumble match.
Mm-hmm.
It would be looked back upon years later. It would be looked at as a great match if any of the other options won. It would be looked back at, and it would be that's a good Rumble match. Now it's that's the Rumble match that Jey Uso won. That in 10 years, people are going to look back at 2025 and be like, oh, that could have been good. That's all they're going to say. They're going to say that could have been a good match. Ruined by a great show. A great show. The whole show was good. It's just ruined by that ending, bro.
Yeah.
That ending. People are mad about Charlotte Flair winning the women's, and happy about Jey Uso. Some of them.
I don't
And
know.
I'm that's crazy.
I just don't like the build up to his Royal Rumble win. Because, it all started with the mid-card title. He held it for, less than a month.
Oh, my God.
And
Was
then
that foreshadowing?
and then-
That's just so stupid.
and then he dropped out the mid-card title a month later back to Braun Breaker.
And
then he lost 4 straight matches with Gunther. So we're going for 5. So what? If he beats Gunther, it's gonna be 1 and 5 against Gunther, bro.
That's
I don't know.
ridiculous. And
To me, I feel like you could have had that match again without
Yeah.
him winning the Rumble.
No, now he's gonna go to WrestleMania. He's probably gonna win it,
Oh, for sure, not.
and it's gonna be Jey. That's not.
But
fun.
I was thinking about this. That means Gunther would have lost back-to-back WrestleManias
Yes, against
and lose
opponents,
his belt.
against opponents that he shouldn't have lost to.
Last
Let's
year,
be real.
I don't
Sami
know if y'all
Zayn
know.
should not have been the one to dethrone him. That's just a hot take. Maybe nowadays I'd be fine with Sami Zayn beating Gunther, but in 2024, that was a terrible decision in my opinion. It did propel him to winning the world title, but what is a world title win if you're losing it to Jey Uso? Oh my god. It's
Yeah.
just a baffling decision. It genuinely made me kind of lose any interest in WrestleMania. I lost a lot of interest because I was excited for either CM Punk versus Gunther. I was excited for maybe Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
Yeah, now they're setting up the true threat reign.
Which, what
Rollins.
even is that? Why? Why?
Yes, because
That's-
The Rock,
The Rock-
be at Wrestle.
The Rock, The Rock was trolling everybody. The Rock trolled Triple H. He was like, yeah, I might be there, might not. And then Royal Rumble comes. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Messed up everything, bro. But even with that, they could have went with a better choice. You could have set up, I don't know, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. That'd have been a great
Yeah,
WrestleMania
I
match.
was
We
just
got
thinking
Jey
about
Uso,
that.
bro. I don't want it. Saturday night's main event was a terrible match.
We could
I'm
have.
so mad right now about this.
Honestly, Seth Rollins wouldn't have been a better pick than Jey Uso.
It's so ridiculous.
I think we all can agree there was probably better picks than Jey Uso.
There's a million of them. You could have had
Shit, Chad Gable.
Chad Gable
would
could have
been a
lasted
great
from number
pick.
3
Bro,
and won.
Chad Gable though.
That would have been great. Reignite the feud with Gunther. That would have been
And
great.
when his,
Oh my god.
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
We're in for a story,
That's
guys.
ridiculous. No, we're not. We're not. It's ridiculous. Oh, Jesus.
Well, we're rolling up on an elimination chamber
Yeah.
March 1st.
That'd be fun. I guess. Yeah. John Cena's gonna win. Unless he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Oh,
They do another little.
maybe he is projected to win though.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's been in the
Yeah,
plans.
it's been whatever.
But hey, anything is possible.
Honestly, you could have had John Cena win at Royal Rumble. Have him put up his WrestleMania shot. He could be like, listen, since I'm not here, I will earn it even more and put my contentionship on the line.
And go
So-
against Jey Uso.
It would just,
It
defend his win, defend his number 1 contendership in the chamber. Because he can be like, I don't feel, because, he's super babyface, that's his whole superhero John Cena thing. He could be like, I'm going to defend, I don't think it's fair that I won the Rumble, so I will win the Elimination Chamber as well. And then they could have him, I don't know, do that. that's better than Jey Uso. I'm just trying to come up with
Anything is
any
better
kind
than
of
Jey
solution
Uso.
to like.
Anything is better than Jey Uso.
I just don't.
I don't know. I was just really in shock. Very in shock when Jey
We were
Uso
like
won.
everyone.
Because it just don't. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It was
Like
ridiculous.
he lost his last 4 championship matches against.
The only
Gunther.
reason you could say, the only thing that could like justify it is that he has a catchphrase and
Yeet.
the crowd loves him. That's it.
It is gonna be fire.
Sure.
It just doesn't make sense because the week prior he lost to Gunther. Now if they didn't have that match, I'd be like, okay, but he just lost a week prior at Saturday Night Main Event, which is crazy.
I don't know. It's just such a baffling decision.
And then he
really.
came in at 20. Like if they wanted to have him win, like let him come in earlier. I would have been a little bit more supportive because he lasted.
And okay, the original planned match that has been rumored to be at WrestleMania was the Usos versus the Tongans. So Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa versus Jimmy and Jey Uso. That was what we were supposed to get. If The Rock would have been at WrestleMania, that's the match we were gonna get. Now Jey Uso against Gunther. I don't care. I don't care. It's so lame. It's just so lame. Honestly, I'd rather Goldberg versus Gunther. I would much rather have.
There was actually rumors that he was supposed to appear at Saturday Night Event, but fell through.
I would, as much as I would have hated Goldberg entering the Royal Rumble and winning, I'd have preferred that over James.
I don't know. You got to think though, for that WrestleMania match, it's obviously going to be night 1 for sure, because they're going to have Cody Rhodes night 2. But all Jay's going to be hitting is super kicks, splash.
It's so lame.
And then maybe a Samoan drop. Maybe.
It's so lame,
Maybe.
man. It's just it's like sad.
He only has like 3 or 4 moves in his arsenal. So
it's just
like,
it's very disappointing. Like once you start thinking about him winning the Rumble, it gets you into all these other thoughts about wrestling. How it's just disappointing. It's just all sad how WrestleMania, how everything hinged on The Rock pretty much, and he kind of let us down because we were robbed
because he didn't want to show up at WrestleMania because he
like,
had Moana reshoots.
We were robbed out of Cena versus Gunther. We're robbed out of Cody versus The Rock. Or even Randy Orton. We're probably
returning soon.
Probably. We're probably robbed.
Be an elimination. What do you think?
No. He ain't
Bro,
returning.
fun fact.
He'll probably return at WrestleMania.
Randy Orton did not win a PLE all of last year.
We were robbed of CM Punk versus Roman. We were robbed of Seth. I don't even know what. Now Drew's probably gonna face Damian Priest at WrestleMania.
Yeah, Drew is actually hating on that one. Yeah, he don't like it.
He don't like that. He don't like LA Knight either. I would rather
against Priest though, but they've already had a feud.
I'd rather see Drew versus LA Knight at WrestleMania.
Honestly, that is a better one.
What's LA Knight gonna even?
Because they have behind the scenes beef.
We were robbed of so many good matches, bro. So many good matches.
Hey, maybe the match will be better than we think.
I wanted Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, but now they setting up Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, which makes sense. Honestly, awesome. It would be a better match than Kevin versus Randy, but.
So who do you think we're going against? Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
John Cena.
I don't know.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd much rather see Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso.
You know, we could get a triple threat match.
I was thinking.
Randy Orton,
I was thinking that with Jey Uso being the winner, I was thinking obviously he can't carry a singles match.
Jey Uso?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I think that we make Gunther versus Jey Uso a triple threat in some way. I don't know how you do it or who you get to be in there. I want that to be a triple threat because I'm tired of Gunther versus Jey Uso. I don't want it. I just flat out do not want it. That is a match that is enough disappointment to make me not even want to watch
gonna
that
say
match.
you could throw Logan.
Throw anyone in
but
there, really.
They're setting up him versus AJ.
Yeah, Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. That's fun.
That's a banger.
That would be fun. That'll be good. I predict when Logan Paul debuted, I saw a post that was like, "Who should Logan Paul's first opponent be?" And I said, "I think AJ Styles would be a great one." 3 years later, they're finally doing it. They're finally doing it. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. I wanted that to be his second match in WWE, but we're there. It took long, but we're there. It took a long time. Let's talk a little bit about the women's Royal Rumble. We haven't really shared much. A lot of NXT representation. See, I personally like last year's. I like last year's better.
100%.
No. But you know what? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, no matter how silly or wrong it is. Last year we got the debut of Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace from TNA, and many others.
Many others that we cannot name.
Those two moments are big enough to
But you have to. But there's one that we can agree on. There was a weak final four between the men's and the women.
Absolutely. Okay, listen to this. Okay, yo. The final four was supposed to be Charlotte, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch. Okay, that was supposed to be that was my final four, bro. We got who was it? Roxanne Perez, Charlotte, Nikki Bella,
and Nia Jax.
Oh my god, terrible, terrible. Let's talk about Nikki Bella as number 30.
That's crazy.
What a waste.
I didn't call her.
He loved it though. No, when it happened, he was like, "Yay!" I was like, "What? No."
I wanted to be AJ Lee, of course, but
listen,
hey,
Jade Cargill, AJ Lee, and the obvious Becky Lynch. For weeks before the Rumble, I was dead set on Becky Lynch. I knew she was gonna be number 30. Nikki Bella, bro, which I had her in my predictions at like 29, so to lead up to a bigger number 30. I don't know. That's lame. Very
I thought it was pretty cool.
He thought it was cool, but I don't know.
I popped.
The Triple H booking a Rumble, he's not amazing at it. We've seen.
Well, there was like a lot of starring power in this past men's.
This men's could have been so good. The Rumble itself was good. It was a good.
I think that
it was ruined by the ending.
I mean, Jay, so of course ruined it, but I think it was like a very unpredictable match, though, because at the end it came down to pretty much Roman, Seth, Drew.
Yes, but here's the thing.
Logan, John, Jay, Zayn.
Once CM Punk got eliminated from the Rumble, because he had eliminated Roman and Seth. Once CM Punk went out, it was like, okay, John Cena's winning. I don't care anymore. And then John Cena didn't win.
They had you on your feet.
They had me on the ground.
And that's why he broke his knee. Because it's a Jey Uso. No yeet. So Jay, if we're seeing this in a year or two.
Just to clear up some things. The Royal Rumble and the dislocation of the knee were separate events, but they did happen on the same exact day. Same night.
Within the same 12 hours.
It was honestly, okay, it happened at 1 a.m.
And the Royal Rumble ended around 11.
So within the next 3 hours of the Royal Rumble ending, I did dislocate my knee. We're not going to go there, okay? We're not going to go there. It's a silly story. We're not. That's why everything's been put on hold for like a week. But, oh my God. Okay. Back to the Women's Rumble. We keep getting sidetracked, a little too sidetracked here. The Women's Rumble was good. I do think that last year's was better, but probably because I went there.
It was a lot of slow
paced
event this year. Yes. There was like 12.
The Women's Rumble, it took a long time to get through. There was so many women in the ring at one point. It kind of got to, which the reason is because they wanted to. I feel like they didn't want, because okay, when Io Sky got eliminated, they had her get eliminated by like 6 people. Because they didn't want the crowd to like boo, so like boo the rest of the match. So they had her get eliminated with like 6 women, just so that you kind of not realize she was eliminated. so that it wouldn't take the heat off of Charlotte winning, which, that's fine, smart. But that led to 12 women in the ring at like one time throughout the entire match. It was just not, eliminations weren't happening. They were just, I don't know. I had some critiques about this one, but overall it was fine. A lot of unexpected, there was so many. There was like almost 12 surprise entrants, which is crazy for a modern day Royal Rumble.
A lot of NXT
A lot of
stars
NXT.
showing the love. I love
Which,
it.
I popped every single time.
Lash Legend.
Lash Legend was there. Who else? Jada Parker. That one popped me because I'm like, she's not even. Who would have thought Jada Parker would be?
And then we just got the signing of Jordan Grace, 5-year deal.
Yeah, that's exciting. Oh, Alexa Bliss, the biggest return. How could we forget?
Yeah.
He had a point. He said, "Why not have Alexa Bliss at 30? She's a big return. She got eliminated pretty quick.
Yeah, it's
fairly quick.
So she got eliminated like 5 inches later.
Have her come in at 30, and she can get eliminated quick, and it'd be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because then you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be counting the entrance that she's lasting. I thought if she returned, she'd last
So the final
to the
four
final,
is it.
yeah, to the last few.
Yeah.
She was eliminated very quick for the biggest pop of the night. It's crazy. I thought that was a really weird decision, but that's what they did.
We're here for it. We're here to see where it leads to.
Yeah, she's gonna be in the chamber, and that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I love it. Roxanne Perez has a qualifying match too. She's coming up to the main roster. Let's talk about that. Roxanne Perez was number 3 and lasted to the final 2.
No.
She made history. She's okay. She's a good wrestler. I'm not really too happy about her receiving a final 2 push when you have people like Io Sky, who I feel deserves. I feel like honestly, there's a lot of decisions there that
I didn't like Charlotte Flair winning because it's like, in my personal opinion, she's been gone for 2 years. This is her first match back.
Yeah,
And it's
a
just
fair
like,
argument.
you haven't put in the grind in the last few years. Yes, you've been hurt. I completely get it. But it's like,
There are a lot of women that have been working every week nonstop.
like, you got to think about how that makes the other
Yeah. I totally get the decision, but you also got to think Charlotte Flair is a bigger name than any.
Because of her daddy. She's really not that good.
She's good.
She's
not,
decent, but like most of her titles was because she has the last name Flair.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yes, but she's also put in a lot of work, a lot of good matches, any match she's had at WrestleMania.
I mean, the one against Rio was.
She's had a lot of good. I think that she has enough matches in her resume to say that she deserves. She does deserve the first 2-time Women's Rumble winner. You just knocked Cody Rhodes off the chair.
Cody.
Oh my God.
This is Cody. If everyone didn't know. I don't know. If she returned, I would have rather her come in like the top 10 and lasted, but.
I do think, I think the reason that I'm not unhappy about it is because I did predict her to win, and my prediction came true, so I felt validated.
On the Royal Rumble.
We had money on them, yeah, we didn't have money on the women.
That's why we're so mad about
What's
Jay,
funny
so.
is, I'm mad because it's a terrible decision.
Oh,
I wasn't even
man.
mad about the money.
That's cap.
No,
That's
no.
cap.
I did lose
cap.
money.
We
but-
did lose money.
And I was upset about it, but after the fact, that's not even why I was upset. I was upset because of the terrible decision.
Yeah, like a few hours after.
Yeah. Anyway, I was on the floor saying, I don't even care about the money, y'all. This is crazy.
That's
John
good.
Cena just lost. Listen, it's literally like if you put Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, and a gremlin in a cage.
Are you calling
and they have
Jey
to-
Uso a gremlin?
Jey Uso's the
Jey
gremlin.
Uso's the
They all
gremlin.
have to fight to the death, and the gremlin ends up walking out the winner.
Nah, that's funny.
They all kill each other, and maybe like Freddy's standing up like, yeah, I won, and then the gremlin comes in and like rips his head off, and then he walks out like, yay. Oh my God, Jey Uso's
Well,
just a gremlin.
he did win the match before Nate though, so.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, if we're talking technical terms.
For being real.
Technical terms, Jey Uso's not gremlin-like.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the Jey versus Gunther match. I'm gonna probably just be like not interested in it. But I can't really see Jey not winning because it's like it's just a waste of a Royal Rumble. I've never really like seen the point of a Royal Rumble winner losing unless they're like.
It happens quite a few.
Yeah,
times,
but I
like,
never really get it unless they're like very young, like they have room to grow. But it's like if you're giving it,
or they're very old and they shouldn't have won.
But it's like why waste it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're stealing that opportunity.
That's
that
like
comes
when,
once in a year.
That's like when Shin and Skate lost against AJ Styles at WrestleMania. It
It's a
ruined
very
his
disappointing match.
whole career, bro.
Have you seen their match in Japan?
Mm.
Dude, so good. And then they come to WrestleMania in America, and Vince is the one booking it. Oh my God, so bad. So sad.
We ain't gonna name Ball Vin.
I just did. I don't like him. And that's okay.
That's okay.
Nobody likes
I mean, he was around for years, so it's
pretty
like
bad guy, subjectively, objectively, all those adjectives, you know.
Yeah, he's pretty insane.
Yeah. Anyways,
back to the point. To the women's Royal Rumble, we keep getting off topic.
Yeah, we do.
Before.
That's the thing is that's
but
why
the women's was like
entertaining.
really good though. Honestly, it was good.
It was a good match.
It was good.
Critiques for sure. I think the men's was better, but the women's was good.
They had more stardom power in the men's.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We
I
ran
think
Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre, Late Night, AJ Styles, John Cena. Like, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, the women's rumble was kind of like held up by its surprise entrance. I feel like.
Not if AJ Lee
Oh
returned.
man, that'd been
You
great.
know, there's rumors going around that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee and CM Punk at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see AJ Lee in the ring anytime soon though. Not anytime soon. Maybe in the next 3 years, but I don't think within the next.
You think CM Punk's going to last the next 3 years? I don't
Maybe
know,
not in
man.
an in-ring full-time role, but maybe as a part-timer type of thing. I was thinking. I told Lily this. I think last night I said, John Cena. He says this is his last Royal Rumble ever.
Mm-hmm.
In 10 years from now.
When we
Before
see him
then.
again,
he is going to be. He's gonna be. He's gonna miss it. His movie career is gonna be a little dry.
yeah.
And the WWE is gonna call him up and be like, "Hey, John, you want to maybe make a Legends cameo in the Royal Rumble as like number 25 type of deal?" He's like, "Sure, yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah.
You know that's gonna happen. This isn't his last Royal Rumble.
This is a fun fact, guys. If any WWE star retires, they're never retired. I mean, everybody's got a price at the end of the day for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna tell you this, John. I'm gonna tell you this to your face. If I see you at Elimination Chamber and you don't have a tan and that bald spot is not gone, buzz cut and all, and if you're still pale, I'm not trying to shame your body. If you're in love with it, fine. But you are doing a retirement tour. You need to pull out all the stops.
Yeah.
I need you to come back from Boo the Pest. Okay? Because that's where he's at.
Yeah.
Tanned and buzz cut. If I don't see that, we're throwing hands, John. We're throwing hands.
Digitally. We're virtually and digitally throwing hands.
Literally.
If we don't get the
Like, give us the fans what we want.
just the hair is the
Just the
biggest-
bald
that's
spot.
the
Yeah,
biggest
just at
thing.
least get rid of the
That's-
bald on spot.
hair transplant maybe. I don't know.
Like fill it in or wear like
Because
your
when you're
hat
turning
the entire match.
when your back is to the hard cam, we see it all.
See a little much.
No offense though, like bald spots are common. People age, that happens.
Your hair is nice in the front.
But you're on TV, you're doing the whole.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
I'm a
performing
performer.
worldwide,
Yeah,
John.
so
And you cover that bald spot in your movie. So what's the excuse,
yeah,
John?
yeah.
What's the
Movies,
excuse?
wrestling, same thing.
I don't know. I'm with the fans on this. This first part of the year for your retirement tour has been dookie.
Absolutely, but he did
Dude,
say
I know.
30 to 40 tour days, including house shows.
I completely understand.
He's not going to be at Raw every week. I understand being at Raw to maybe you should be at like a one Raw. Once you announce that you're going to come compete in the Rumble, show up on Raw at least once.
Well,
cut a promo.
You know, that might not be why they had him win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
because
but
if
I
he
don't
wins,
see him being there for the Elimination Chamber hype either. Like in the next couple weeks, I
But
don't
see,
think
if
he's going to show up.
if he's
on
gonna
Raw.
win that 17th World Championship, he's gonna have to cut promos. He's gonna have to get us engaged in the rivalry. That's might have been why he didn't win the Royal Rumble. He might not have time.
But then you can give him. You can be like, yes, like the Royal Rumble winner has more time to just chill before the. I don't know.
I don't know. A lot of fans are hating John. They're hating.
That's whatever.
I just want you to shave off the hair. That's just what I want, or feel it. One of the two.
Personally,
you don't even gotta get a tan, but
just do it for the good old days, nostalgia.
yeah, figure it out, John.
Um,
I believe in you. You got millions of dollars. You can
yeah.
just sign up.
Let's talk about the matches that were not Royal Rumble matches. Only 4 on the card. Only 4 matches on the card, and 2 of them. There was a tag team match and a ladder match. Let's talk about those
The
a little bit.
ladder match was very disappointing. It ended too soon. I don't know if they were trying to rush it.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it
the
was
women's
like a
Rumble probably
30-minute
ran
match.
too long.
It was like a 30-minute-ish match, but the ending seemed very fast.
There wasn't any
no energy.
big spots.
Yeah.
You know, there were spots, but there was nothing big. Like when I'm expecting a ladder match, I expect a few big things, but you know, all it was just kind of hitting each other with weapons.
Yeah,
That's it.
For me though, this rivalry had went on long enough. I don't think we needed a contract signing at Saturday Night Main Event and then a match at Royal Rumble. I rather would have had Kevin Owens in the actual Royal Rumble match, but
I think that this was Kevin Owens' best character work.
Oh, for
of his
sure.
career probably, but
ever since NXT, he was pretty.
Yeah, I do think he did what he could with the role, but
I think that the rivalry went on a little.
At this point, Kevin Owens just needs to stop challenging for world championships because he's
Especially at the Royal Rumble. I don't know what's going on, Kevin, but like the last 4 years, you've challenged at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
you've lost.
So we know he's never gonna win it.
Not again.
I don't know.
I don't know. He just signed a
one
new
day,
contract.
maybe. I don't know, but
it's not gonna be at the Royal Rumble.
I don't think you can. I don't think Kevin Owens is like the face of WWE. I don't think we'll ever get to that point. I think make him the U.S. champion again. You know, that kind of thing. That'd be fun. But I don't think he would. He's not. I don't think he'd be a big draw. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great wrestler and a great character worker. He's very good. Very talented and skilled in-ring performer. But I do think that people just don't gravitate to Kevin Owens like they do Roman Reigns, like they do
CM Punk,
Cody Rhodes, CM Punk,
John,
even Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Or Drew. Shit.
Drew, I mean, yeah. Which is crazy. Think about how Drew's career has come along.
3-man band.
Well, he was a jobber at one point.
3MB. Well, at one point he was the chosen one,
Yes.
and then
He was started strong.
and then he went to 3MB, and I don't know what happened, Drew.
I don't know, man.
But Drew has like gotten in shape. I hope you're not on roids, but
Stay safe out there.
yeah, stay safe. We got there chat, but
Yeah, the ladder match wasn't great.
yeah, no, it was probably the worst match of the night.
Yeah, my least. I was very excited for it. It was very anticipated.
But I think that we all talked through most of that match.
Yeah.
It was just
there was nothing to keep my eye on the screen, really. I mean.
And then they had Skinny Zank come
Yeah,
out,
that
and
was
he just looked in on
he was
both
like,
participants.
You guys okay? You guys okay?
I thought he was gonna become the ref. I don't know. I don't know what was going on.
Maybe he goes and grabs the title.
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, that would make such a better story if
Yeah.
Sami Zayn grabbed the ladder, climbed it, and just grabbed the belts.
Yeah.
And then he had to, and then you could like next episode of Raw, he could like decide who he's gonna give the belts to. Like Triple H is like, you have to give the belts to somebody. You can't. You weren't an official participant. Or like Adam Pearce or Nick Aldis, whatever. And he's like gotta choose, make his decision. That would be so good. That'd be such a good storyline though. If you just had an unofficial participant grab the stuff.
I feel like
and then have to pick who he's gonna give it to. That could happen.
That Vince would make that happen.
Don't compare my booking to Vince, okay?
Well, well, if you're comparing it from Vince to Triple H, Vince was the more chaotic, weird.
Yeah, that's the thing about Triple H's booking, man. It's kind of the long-winded stuff. It's sometimes it's good.
He's
sometimes
really
the ball gets dropped.
Booking, which I
like. Sometimes
cool.
he drops the ball, and it's kind of just like whatever.
Yeah.
And he's got a habit of like. He has a habit of not choosing the marquee match, and it's weird. He does it. He's done it since he started. He books good weekly shows, but then it gets to like the big things that you like, the PLEs and the things that you need, the like yearly traditions. It gets to those, and he kind of just lets people down.
That's a bummer. I mean, he's been doing very well, I will say, but
he's a good booker.
I think at the big PLEs, he's kind of like, he doesn't know what route to go.
It's just when you have years of WWE, like years of watching WWE, and the sudden change in booking, it is kind of like, it's weird to see the evolution. It kind of feels like a step down. Although, it's better than Vince. He does book better than Vince.
For sure.
He does make a lot of decisions where I'm like, sometimes I'm like, honestly, if someone else was booking this, it might have been a better decision. I don't know. I will say, out of pro wrestling right now, in the mainstream, Triple H is a better booker than the rest of them. But
for sure.
But I just feel like, put me in charge. Put me in charge. I'll give the fans what they want. And sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll do what I want. That's what Vince did. Oh shoot, I'm turning into him.
See, he came back around.
This is bad. This is bad, you're right.
That's all I know you're not in charge, right?
I think that if you gave me a desk, okay, put me in charge of writing and not booking.
Put you on the creative.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Let me write for characters. I could do that. I could write for some characters. I could write gimmicks for I could add to storylines, but don't make me the head of be in charge.
Don't let him become the main Vince.
let me write for you though, WWE.
Yeah, this is us throwing out a job application to WWE.
Yes.
Because we don't know how else to apply. So
C-Chizzle42@gmail.com.
I'm Steven.
I'm Steven.
So like if you're seeing this, if it comes across the mainstream, hit us up. Hey, we'll take, behind the scenes.
We're good.
We don't gotta be on camera.
The tag team match.
It was great.
It was 2 out of 3 falls. DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns.
He missed the first pin.
Yeah, I had to go to the restroom.
TMI. But he missed it.
I thought
as soon as he left, he got the first pin.
This was a good match.
And then the Street Profits.
Oh man, the Street Profits.
That's good. I love them. They're
they're good heels, but it kind of came out of nowhere. Them just kind of attacking everybody here.
Well, it was a long time coming.
Yeah. I mean, it's warranted in the story, but it's kind of a bummer because I was rooting for them as Motor City Machine Guns. This is their first PLE. I wanted them to get a big win, but it's okay.
Hey, but their loss was not clean.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean loss, so you protect them by doing that.
I wish they would give Montez Ford a singles.
Nah, that's not happening no more.
That was supposed to happen like a year or two ago.
Yeah,
so.
that's not happening. That was
I think that was like 2023.
2023 elimination. I was just about to bring that up. That's the glimpse of Solo.
That's like his last big run. Because at WrestleMania they had that.
That was the end of his venture.
Match.
Yeah, the showcase.
Yeah.
That was a really good match.
It was.
Street Profits. Because if you push Montez forward, what do you do with Dawkins? What do you do?
Gotta release him.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. But I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't bring Jay. But they
don't know what to do with him. I wouldn't either. I mean, make him his bodyguard, I guess.
I don't know if it's been me, but I feel like the tag team division has not reached its full potential. I feel like it's been put on the back burner.
I have literally said the exact same thing on the podcast. That's crazy.
Like, what are we doing with like the Raw tag team belts?
Both of them, to be honest. Even
really?
SmackDown
We're
has an
seeing them,
amazing
like,
tag team division.
Yeah, we're seeing
SmackDown.
Them once a month.
SmackDown has an amazing tag team division, but I can feel that they don't care about their tag team division, and they have a lot of great teams.
The Viking Ring.
They're good.
They're goated.
They're goated on Raw for sure. Raw's
Why
tag team division
the
kind of.
in the six,
Oh my
bro?
god, dude! I've complained about the booking of the YS6 every episode of this podcast. Just don't even get me started on that.
that is gonna be a conversation for another day.
Yeah, that's another day, dude. Oh my god. Okay, don't get me
We're
started.
gonna go back to the tag team division.
Okay. Raw, I don't even know who's on Raw, man. The tag
I
team
don't
division,
know.
the
The
New
Judge.
Day, LWO,
The
Judgment Day, and War Raiders. That's it, really.
Yeah,
Oh, Creed Brothers, sure.
well, that's American made now.
Yeah. Alpha Academy, but you know they're not winning gold.
Yeah.
Who else? I don't even know. That
I feel like
SmackDown has a lot though.
We Deadly, A-Town Down.
Oh yeah, A-Town Down got moved to Raw.
Yeah.
SmackDown has Pretty Deadly. They got Los Garza.
LWO. Right? Or
No,
is
that's
that
on Raw now. They got Los Garza though, which is like Santos's group. Motor City Machine Guns, DIY.
Street Profits.
Street Profits, yeah. They got good ones. They put on consistently good matches all the time. Yeah, man.
But here's how I would rank my Royal Rumble. I would do the tag match first.
Yeah.
Because it was great. I liked it. I loved it. And then I would do, if I'm not counting the very end of the men's, it would go 2. But I don't like the way it ended.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the men's at 2, then the men's, and then Cody.
Yeah.
Me versus. Just me personally.
I love the Royal Rumble's
yeah.
concept, the format of it. I just love it. So I obviously have the men's Rumble first because it's a great match, ruined by a bad ending.
Fair.
But the rest of the match was enough to kind of carry it up to the top. Men's match, women's match, tag team match, and ladder match. That's how I got it. It was a good show.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, some disappointments here and there. That tag match, yeah, man, Street Profits, they were attacked, I guess, and now they're back, so awesome. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. That was pretty good. Good little twist.
Well, I called it at the very start of the match that Machine.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to return out of PLE.
Would lose, but like it wouldn't be clean.
Yeah.
So I called it.
Yeah, it reminded me of NXT Black and Gold, like their tag team division. The tag team division on NXT Black and Gold was amazing, and that's what that match kind of reminded. That took me back to the good old days of Takeover, NXT Takeover. You know, when you had like DIY versus the Revival and the Authors of Pain, and you know all them. They had great matches consistently, and honestly, just put DIY on TV more. I feel like, because you know they need the tag team division. Another thing they need to be put on PLEs. You know, they need to be
more.
Yes,
more.
they need to be showcased because they're not really. Like we should have learned that when they did the tag team showcase at WrestleMania 2 years ago. We should have learned at that point, like, showcase your tag teams. Tag team wrestling is a really fun concept, but it isn't played around with enough. I mean, yeah, man. Number 1 and 2 was Rey Mysterio and Penta. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was excited. Show Speed was there.
That was crazy.
How do you feel about Ice Speed in the Royal Rumble match?
He got speared, so I'm glad that he took a spot. That's good of him. I thought he was gonna get scared and then just run away, but he did like bark. So.
I thought Kai Cenat was gonna be number 9 because they had Ice Speed coming at 8. I was like, oh, Kai's coming out next. Obviously, that didn't happen though.
That was good.
It's just I don't know.
It was a good Royal Rumble.
It was. Some silly stuff, some cool moments. Joe Hendry, we believe. You know, we believe in Joe Hendry.
TNA World Champ.
Yep. He came to the Rumble. We saw it coming. But there he was. What else? What's some notable moments? I mean, CM
You know,
Punk,
one person, so we didn't get in the Royal Rumble, Kofi Kingston.
Yeah. Logan Paul did a little spot where he jumped on the table. Let's not take the spot from Kofi and give it to Logan Paul. I don't like that.
Well, he has watched the last two years,
Yeah.
so it's like maybe
But,
that time is
if
over.
you're gonna give it to someone new, don't give it to Logan Paul.
Well, he may get a bit of
Sure.
because he eliminated AJ Styles before he was trying to hit a phenomenal for him.
Yeah, that's exciting that they're gonna set that up. I hope that's gonna be a good match.
It's gonna be a WrestleMania.
What are they doing with LA Knight at WrestleMania?
You know, Drew McIntyre had beef with LA Knight because he went over in the Royal Rumble match. Somebody had to get in their moves.
Yeah.
And then,
You see on SmackDown, he's like, "I gotta get my stuff in."
Yeah. And then Drew laughed. So Drew is a little bit of a hothead. Drew, I'm just gonna need you to calm down a little.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think it's real. I think
it's just work?
it's work. Yeah, I think it's a
Well, I think if anything, they're gonna set up just to put him in a match because he wasn't at last year's. Was he at last year's WrestleMania? Or am I thinking the year
He fought
before
AJ
last?
Styles, yeah.
Okay, I was thinking about the year before last, whatever. They'll put him Priest, Drew, and LA Knight in a triple threat. But
That's
then
so many triple
that's
threats,
a lot of
though.
triple threats.
This card is like so like
It's like
lackluster.
wonky. Yeah,
It's
like you have
wonky.
to like put in an extra star to like.
This PLE was fantasy booked to death, and all the matches were set up to look so good, so great. We had so many great matches. Once The Rock pulled out of WrestleMania,
It was a wrap.
everything
They had to rewrite.
everything fell apart, man.
You know he
This
got
WrestleMania-
mad because he got leaked. It's crazy.
Yeah. This WrestleMania is not even. I don't think it's going to be great. And we've had 2 amazing WrestleManias.
39 and 40.
Yep. And then we're set up to have this wonderful WrestleMania, and then everything falls apart. And now it's not. You know, we're bound to have a bad WrestleMania soon. You know, we went too long.
It's
with
been
good
a
ones.
while though. It's been a while. It's been a minute since we like what WrestleMania 37 maybe 30.
We went too long with good WrestleManias, so it's just in due time. It just sucks to see like such a good, like such potential in an amazing WrestleMania card just fall flat. It's gonna fall flat. It's like the Scream 7. It's literally Scream 7. Scream 7 was set up to be such a good movie, and then at one event, it was, what's the chain effect, you know? It just led
Butterfly
to...
effect.
No. It's like the domino effect. It's the domino chain effect. One thing happens, messes up every other thing. Scream 7 is WrestleMania.
That's a bold take.
It's Final Destination, too.
You think eliminations are going to be better than WrestleMania? I mean,
no,
but like you gotta think, right? WrestleMania is gonna be a 2-9 event. If anything,
There's gonna be some big stuff.
If anything, we're gonna have John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, which is gonna be a banger. That's gonna be a very unpredictable match because it's like, do you let Cody, do you drop John, or do you have John go ahead and go over as a 17? I think he goes over on a random Raw. I don't think John wins out of PLE.
I can see the Raw after WrestleMania being the big one.
Yeah.
Cena wins. Okay, listen.
Because their Raw after WrestleMania has been very lackluster.
Yes, and it's now on Netflix. It has to be big. Okay, listen to this, okay?
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, listen. Gunther beats Jey Uso.
What?
Next night, John Cena challenges Gunther and wins. That would I just fantasy booked
that-
much better thing.
Because
bro. This
was-
needs to happen. If you are listening to Triple H, please listen to me.
Please, he needs it.
Please.
But you know,
I'll get down on my dislocated knee and beg.
You're gonna have him hitting the stain leg.
I'm so serious, bro. Please.
But no, like for real, what I was thinking, you can't have Goon to lose back-to-back runs of Mia's though,
Yeah.
and drop the title
And-
or add both.
And Triple H wants him to be presented as this big threat.
Yeah.
Losing to Jey Uso would be so terrible, especially after he's lost to him 4 fucking times.
Well, that is like a redemption story.
I don't give a
Triple
fuck.
H is big on the redemption shit.
Yes, but for Jey Uso, I don't need one. Jey Uso, he's a twin. That's what he's famous for. He's famous for being a twin that eats.
I mean, he's one of the. You have to admit though, they're a great tag.
Amazing.
They're-
He's a tag team wrestler. He doesn't need a world championship. Did Scott Steiner win the world championship against Triple H at the Royal Rumble 2003?
No.
No. You know why? He's a tag team guy. And he was better that way. Jey Uso is very limited in the ring as well.
Oh,
Just like Scott Steiner was.
but that is possible. I don't know. I just think that John. I'd be surprised if he wins at WrestleMania, but it's also his last one per se. So
I guess
it's
he
like,
doesn't need to win it. Huh?
but he also hasn't won since 2018, and that's been a big part of this storyline. So it's like, you haven't won a match since 2018. How are you going to win at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're going a lot of different.
I also
ways.
don't know.
But also, how do you going to have Cole if you lose the first WrestleMania he's held the belt?
And
I think it's the Raw after WrestleMania, or
I
like
think that would be a good
backlash or something.
I think the Raw after Mania would be a really good.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Good for John Cena, not for Jay. I don't give a fuck about Jay.
I don't know if I see John Cena being the one to beat Cody. Like if Cody's gonna lose to
I feel
someone,
like it's
I
Orton.
guess it needs to be Cena. I
That's
feel
John
like
Cena.
Cody, if he loses, I don't think it's gonna be to John Cena. I think
Orton has it as a undershot of the.
it's just the storytelling is they haven't built up a John Cena versus Cody Rhodes thing. Like never. They've never done that like on an episode of Raw or SmackDown. So it's just like it would kind of just be out of left field. I don't want that really. I want Jey Uso to challenge Cody, and I want John Cena to challenge Gunther. That would be better, in my humble opinion. That's what I want. Yep. I think John Cena versus Gunther would be a better match than either Jey versus Gunther or Cena versus Cody. I think just Cena versus Gunther would be the best possible direction. But they're not probably going to do that because Jey Uso wants Gunther. But I think Cody and Jey have more history than, like, that would be a better, Cody could probably get a good match out of Jey because at least they have personal history being, they won tag team championships together.
What if Jay chooses Cody and we get John Cena versus Gunther?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want, man.
Ooh.
That's what I want. That's my direction. If I was booking it. Yep. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. And I don't know where they're going. On SmackDown, they had Jay and Cody versus Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu.
Solo Sikoa
return.
I'm kind of getting tired of the blood.
Yeah, are we putting Cody right back into the
Yeah.
bloodline vortex?
I'm kind of getting real tired of it. Like, I get the Bloodline's a main faction on SmackDown, but it's time to move on from Cody.
Yeah.
This is like 3 years running.
That makes me think that Jay will challenge Cody. That's kind of like.
And then what? Jay wins, and you get what? Jay versus Solo.
Yeah, but I don't want Jay to beat Cody though. But that would be a big triumph event if Cody beats Roman. All that, like, okay, Jay couldn't beat Roman his whole career. Jay could never dethrone Roman, but Cody was able to do it. Jay's close to Cody. Wouldn't that just make him like a little jealous, kind of? Be like, I want to be the one to beat Cody since he's the one that beat Roman.
And then what? You get Jay versus Roman at like SummerSlam?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
But how is Jay?
I hope not.
How is Jay gonna beat Cody, but he can't beat Gunther though?
That's true.
Hey, Cody defeated Roman Reigns. I mean, it's just not math.
No, nothing.
The
Jay
math
Uso
is-
winning the
Jay
Rumble has messed
Uso
up
is like
everything.
throwing up variables.
It's messed
So.
up everything. He yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait till Elimination Chamber and see who wins and see what they're setting up.
I don't know
But
what
they're
direction
saying-
they're going.
They need to do something with LA Knight. Maybe we'll get like LA Knight. I don't know. I was thinking like maybe pin, and stuff. But I think they're gonna do Rey Mysterio versus.
Who does LA Knight face? Like, I'm thinking of the SmackDown roster.
I mean, Drew is the best option.
He's facing Damian.
Jane Kofod.
Oh, you're so right, but I don't want that.
We don't want it, baby. We don't want it.
That's the lame.
Yeah, because he has to be.
I
alright.
forgot about Jacob Fatu,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, let's talk about Jacob Fatu. He's a beast.
He's a
dude.
beast.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna
But I thought, okay, if The Rock
You
was
think he's
there.
gonna be in an elimination?
Yeah, I do. I think he is. Because they're doing a match between Damian, Braun Strowman, and Jacob Fatu. Unless you put Damian Priest in there.
I'm in the actual match.
Oh, the actual chamber match.
I
No.
think that'd be dope though. He'd go crazy.
I think he'll be in it, but I don't.
Like in the PLE, but
Yeah.
I'd go
Actually, I don't know. I think Damian might pin Braun, and so that Jacob doesn't have to take a pin. Maybe Damian gets in there and Jacob doesn't.
Yeah, because they
don't know.
they want Priest to become the next Undertaker. So.
And he's going like, and if we're doing Drew versus Damian, and they're both in the chamber, they can beef in the chamber, you know. But
So what are we doing with Solo Sikoa now?
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, you could have.
What about Bronze and Reed? You didn't think he's gonna return before Mania?
No. I think, shoot, I don't know. Jacob and Solo can do like a tag team match against somebody. I don't know.
Who?
Somebody. I don't know. You can have.
I don't know. I don't
you can
want
have
that though. I want
no,
Jay
but they'll
Uso
probably
to
set
be
it
a
up some.
beast.
Who's like a trio? You could do Tama Tonga, Jacob, Fatu, and Solo
I mean,
versus like.
And you could give them a tag team match against.
Yeah, but I think we'll get
DIY.
I think we'll get a multi-man match, and Street Profits will win at the WrestleMania. I think that they're gonna get the tag team belts for SmackDown at WrestleMania. I don't know what we're doing with the Raw championships, but
I have no idea.
dude, there's
Honestly.
so many people on the roster, and I don't know what they're doing.
Slacking. That's what's going on.
I don't know. Maybe Wyatt 6 versus Bloodline. That'd be cool. No, I'd fuck with that at Mania.
I feel like we don't
that
have
could be
enough time
good.
for that build though.
No, we don't. We don't. But you know.
Well, we still
But I
gonna
want
get
it.
it happen.
You know, it'll happen eventually because Solo turned on Roman.
I think that'll probably happen after.
Probably.
Like maybe. Yeah.
Solo, they teased Solo with he was wearing Bray Wyatt's gloves like on a SmackDown a few weeks ago, and so they are teasing it. But they also teased Damage Control being attacked by Wyatt 6, and that never happened. So I don't know. They teased Triple H. He starts storylines and just doesn't finish them. We had the Final Testament versus Wyatt 6 just dropped. Finn Balor him and Liv were kind of teasing this, like, because Liv Morgan put a hotel key on the table for Dirty Dom, but he didn't grab it, but Finn grabbed it. We never revisited that ever. We never, so, you know, Triple H just starts storylines.
Yeah.
And I could probably think of others The Rock and Cody Rhodes, that's a storyline, that's the biggest one. I could probably think of a million storylines that have started and just never really got a conclusion. So many. He loves to start stuff without a plan, and that's something that I'm not a fan of. If I'm watching, okay, I compare wrestling to just any TV show. If I'm watching a series, a TV show, say Stranger Things, they set up a plot point and just never finish it or revisit it. I'm like, okay, well, what about that? What happened? Plot hole? Where's the conclusion? The writers of a TV show do not, they have a plan. I think wrestling, although it's a weekly basis, anything can happen, anything can change. Cards can, they say it's, what's the word? subject to change. Yeah, card subject to change. Have a plan before you start things.
Right.
And if you're going to, if something happens where you have to change it, maneuver it in a way that affects the storyline properly. He doesn't do that. He just decides, I'm not going to do it anymore. He doesn't maneuver storylines. He just, he doesn't fit puzzle pieces into where they can fit. He just drops them and starts a new one. He's like if ADHD was a booker. And we would know we both have it. You can tell probably with our rambling.
Yeah, we got off topic.
So much. But that's what makes this work, I think. That's what,
that keeps
discussions
the
about
podcast
wrestling
going and keeps the time, bro. We can talk about this for days.
Yeah.
Like,
probably
and
will one day.
honestly,
Discussions can last forever. We have endless things to talk about when it comes to wrestling.
Man.
So,
you can see when it just comes to our thoughts. Yeah.
man. You can write down 1,000,000 notes and we'll just go off topic and never
Yeah.
even discuss one.
That's like who threw the cake.
Who threw the cake at Kevin Owens?
Owens.
I don't think that storyline was ever meant to be solved though.
That's just a mystery.
Yeah.
Hey,
never know.
it was me, Zayn.
It was.
And then they
Once one.
reveal it. What if they reveal it? I'm gonna be
Sami Zayn's just on the mic. And by the way, Kevin, that was me that threw the pie.
Yeah, that'd be so cool,
That
bro.
would be.
I bet a lot of folks amateurs would be like, huh?
Yeah, people who
I'd be like,
new mainstream people who just know that, people who just started watching because they saw it was on Netflix or something.
that'd be fun.
I feel like the Netflix move was a really good idea, but then you fuck it up by having Jey Uso.
They got so many ads though, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta chill out with the ads. But
It's
the
just-
viewership dropped though, by half.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. But they're not gonna have a big Raw every week though.
Yeah. I feel like you would think by putting Raw on Netflix, that opens the door to so many big matches, potential big things at say WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
The decision to make Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble after moving to Netflix is so crazy to me. I get building new stars, but there's so many other people you could have built as a new star than Jey Uso. I don't know. It's just ridiculous to me. I get it. They want to build Jey Uso as a main event star, and people complain, oh, they don't build new stars. But when we're talking about new stars, that's someone who can be a star. Jey Uso, I don't think, can deliver on the promise of being a star. Someone like LA Knight, someone like Braun Breaker, someone like Chad Gable, Kenta. Honestly, if you want to build a new star, Carmelo Hayes, someone who can deliver in the ring. Jacob Fatu winning the Royal Rumble, I do truly believe would have been a way more, vindicated Royal Rumble winner. Because I believe Jacob Fatu could win a Royal Rumble. I don't believe Jey Uso could win a Royal Rumble.
Well, hey, believe it. It happened.
I believe Joe Hendry could win a Royal Rumble. I'm just joking. He's kind of.
That's never gonna happen.
And his in-ring work is probably on par with Jey Uso. But
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Joe Hendry. Yeah.
His theme is just what
He's
puts both of them over.
People are using the phrase "when the bell rings." That's the type of wrestler they are. Is they're really good wrestlers until when the bell rings. So Jey Uso, Joe Hendry.
I mean, that was the same as Goldberg too. He was booty.
Yeah, Goldberg's booty. But I would have preferred Gunther versus Goldberg than Gunther versus Jey Uso again.
Yeah, it would have been a more.
Now, I don't.
I mean,
that shit would have been so bad. People would have hated that shit.
Good carry though.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
People would have hated if Goldberg returned at the Rumble and won. That shit would have went over. So
That's
bad. I think
we
fan
know
reception
who.
would have been worse.
That's like if we know who
Yeah.
won the 2022 Royal Rumble.
You had him in your predictions, boy. Don't even, boy.
Hey, that was before. That was before they uploaded the case, and then after that, they literally released that like that morning that he was named, and that's all.
That's
whatever.
funny.
Okay, well, he's not returning, so I don't know.
I don't think it. I think it'll be. I don't know if we'll ever see him in WWE.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with you on that. I mean, if anything, we might see like his Hall of Fame induction in 2026 at Minnesota at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But because that's like his birthplace or whatever. So
yeah, I don't know.
I think other than that, I think that's probably the last time we'll ever see him.
Yeah, but I mean they've had worse people. They have brought back like worse criminals.
I mean, it all just depends if he gets.
But yeah,
If there's more to it now.
Yeah.
We'll see.
we'll see.
We'll see. We're not gonna talk about that today, but
That's not really.
plus we don't know all the facts, so there's no point of us.
We're not. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna get.
Can't speak on things we're not completely informed on. So.
But hey, Jay Uso shouldn't have won the Royal Rumble.
Jey Uso should not.
That's going to be the title of this video. Jey Uso.
Royal Rumble review. Jey Uso should not have won the Royal Rumble. I guess that's pretty much we've covered
a lot.
Covered everything really that I had to talk about with the Rumble.
You gotta have me back on the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He'll be back. I'm sure there's a couple points we could have hit, but we probably talked for long enough, and
yeah,
I think that we covered everything that's on our minds about it. So.
It's a run now. Hey, we'll see y'all again March 1st.
Absolutely. I think I'm gonna have Gabe on the podcast because he's gonna be here.
We should do it.
Yeah.
We should
do all three of
it
us.
as soon as it's over.
I agree. March 1st, you're gonna see a 3-man review on the Elimination Chamber. I'll probably have you back for like a Raw SmackDown episode too, eventually here and there.
Yeah, we need to have like Gabe have his honest reaction. Like let him do it raw.
Yeah.
And then we
he's not
come in
gonna
with
care.
our opinion. Yeah, he's not.
He's not gonna care. He's a UFC guy, but it's okay.
You don't know. He could.
He knows some of the guys. He's not a big fan, but
yeah.
I think he'd like the Elimination Chamber. It's in a cage.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense.
It's gonna be
I think that's probably one of the best PLEs. People like that or Hell in a Cell.
I think he would like the Royal Rumble too.
You think?
I think he'd be interested in it with the format,
Well, I think he's very extreme guy, so he would like TLC, Elimination Chamber, Extreme Rules.
Yeah, if it's people hurting each other,
yeah.
he would definitely.
He would really like AEW.
We don't talk bad about AEW, okay? Because it's hardcore people out there, I don't watch it. I've talked about a little bit about how I used to watch them, but don't anymore.
You did for the longest time. You were telling me to watch it.
Yeah, it was.
That's
good.
that's 2018 though, when the John Moxley, Chris Jericho. Fun fact: this is besides the point. I just wanted to say this: Chris Jericho, if you're seeing this, just go ahead and retire, bro. You got a gut on you. Your skin's all bad. You getting leave the long hair. It's not doing it. Your in-ring work is subpar. Now, you just need to let it go. And Big Show, Paul, right? If you're seeing this too, them legs are weak, boy. It's time to just hang and get up.
Yeah, man.
Because, you're ruining your legacy. Now, Ric Flair, if you're seeing this, I hear you want to get him back in the ring. Please do not. We don't want to be seeing that.
Yeah.
This man ran retired in 2010 and had 20
see
matches. You would get a stroke.
That'd be fun.
I mean, that's how he won those to go to die in the ring.
I think that if someone like Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan, someone like that, they decided to have a match where they just wrestled until they died, that'd be a pretty badass way to go out.
How do you feel about Hulk Hogan? You getting
I talked about it on the podcast. I loved it, man. I thought it was so good. So fun. I love it. I was so happy.
Man, why Stone Cold keeps bailing out?
And he just got cats to chill with.
Cats to chill with, and apparently the money is not right.
Mm-mm.
But you should do it for the nostalgia.
Yeah, how much
Stone Cold.
Kitty nibble he's got by.
I guess. Well, he's got a big old ranch on the rear sides of the mountain. So.
Yeah, he's gotta get a lot of the kitty nibble for the horses.
And the cows.
Oh,
I think he's got a little ranch. So I don't know.
Yeah, man. Wow. The Royal Rumble 2025 under wraps. It's in the books.
Hello. And goodbye.
Yeah. He'll see you at Elimination Chamber. I'll see you probably next week, whenever. I don't know. Next episode. This has been fun. Glad you got to join me here.
Of course.
Everybody, subscribe, like,
and follow for more.
Part 2. Okay. Well, thank you. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. This has been Chizzle's Championship Podcast
With Steven.
Baby, one day